All right, people, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another spooky, scary Halloween month of gore or whatever. Is the lighting good? I don't know. I have the most bootleg ass try to make the face thing ever. So anyway, this is Mr. Nightmare. This video just came out. This is 3 truly unsettling Halloween horror stories. These people have like dog mask on. I don't know what the hell's going on. I'm already unsettled. I'm settled, very though. Anyway, so let's get to it. Link in the description. This is brand new, so go watch it yourself first, of course, and then watch it with me. I'm assuming if you're watching this, that means you watched it yourself also, because nobody watches me just for me. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, and play. The hell did that say? Hold on. God damn, my keyboard. I was just eating, so I moved my keyboard up. Hold on. What did that say? Let me just go back. Re-uploading this content to YouTube or any other platform. Wait, what? It's not allowed and remove to result in termination. I see people do reactions to Mr. Nightmare all the time. Wait, what? Are you not allowed to do reactions? Or does he mean like just literally re-uploading the content and that's it? Because I see big channels cover Mr. Nightmare all the time. Alright, I'll watch this video and then... Because I don't want any problems. But alright, let's go, I guess. That's a really quick warning, too. That's crazy how quick that was. Some people are not going to watch that when they do a reaction.
This happened back when I was 17.
I'm assuming just...
my last Halloween at home before going away to college.
Okay.
It was Halloween in our peaceful town where nothing
Someone
bad
re-upload
ever
this
happens.
video. Scariest shit I've ever seen.
Side of town, and while our house would be described as gorgeous by anyone not from the area, the real head turner is our next door neighbor's house. It sits on that line of being called just a huge house or a mansion. They always go crazy with their decorations for any holiday, specifically Halloween.
I'm going to transform it a little bit. I'm going to share a story real quick. Just real quick. On my neighborhood, my early, what am I trying? My childhood neighborhood. Jesus, childhood neighborhood. No. Where I grew up, there was somebody on my neighborhood that every year would deck their entire house out as a haunted house. Every year, and he would have lines out his actual house trying to go into his haunted house. He turned his entire house into a haunted house for the entirety of October, not just for Halloween, for the entirety of October, which is nuts. It was awesome too. It was really cool. By the way, just quickly.
This one year
you charge
no
people
exception.
too. All year, all month.
First, they already had all
not
their
just
crazy
Halloween
decorations out. Some houses go the cute and innocently spooky route,
which I'm not sure if it was legal exactly. If I was a kid, I didn't ask questions.
But our neighbors go the actual scary route, with the fake graves, fake bloody body bags, actually scary-looking fake corpses, etc.
Yeah, these things are frightening, man. I'm scared. And then you find out it was real.
By and take videos, so it's never uncommon to see cars just sitting in front of their house in the middle of the street from time to time.
Okay.
I'll rename my neighbors' names to Mike and Donna just to not blow up their spots even more. Fast forward to
the woman's Mike and the guy's Donna.
It was luckily a Friday this year, so that meant parties and all that could be held on actual Halloween. My dog Bear sleeps downstairs in the corner of our dining room, and he woke me up really early morning, like 4 a.m. when it was still pitch black outside. He was barking at something outside.
It's a ghost. It's a fucking ghost. It's a spooky specter. Shut up, Bear! Hey, dog's like, fuck you, I'm a goddamn dog.
But I had no idea what he was barking at. I fell back asleep quickly after that. Then woke up to my alarm like 2 hours later. So I started getting ready for school as my dad was leaving for work. And as he stepped out onto the front deck, he came back in and got mad at me and said, "Damn it, Zach, clean up the dog shit." He thought I let our dog crap in the front of the house for some reason. I told him I definitely didn't, though. He was in a hurry, so he left without more arguing. Next up, it was my turn to leave for school. And as I left the house, I got a whiff of something kind of unpleasant. I now knew what my dad was talking about. I didn't see any dog crap anywhere, though. Later, when I got home around 2, I still smelled that smell. I had no idea what it was, but it was really starting to stink. My parents were both at work, and my parents wanted me to hand out candy when trick-or-treaters started coming. It wasn't until around 4 to 5 that they started coming. When I opened the door to the first few trick-or-treaters, I'd get a whiff of that increasingly horrible stink, and the kids and their parents clearly smelled it too because they were all commenting on it. One parent told me it was even worse next door. I started to know whenever to expect the doorbell to ring because I'd hear groups of people pointing out how horrible it smelt. At one point, I saw Mike and Donna in front of their house, looking around. So I went outside and went over to ask them if they smelled that too. But that was hardly a question because it got worse on their property. It clearly was coming from the front of their property. But there wasn't any dog crap or anything. The smell was coming from one of the body bag decorations. It apparently wasn't a decoration. The couple had a number of fake body bags leaned on things like the mailbox in their front tree. But there was one just laying flat on the ground, and Mike said to Donna that he didn't put that one there when she asked. The smell was unbearable.
Oh, no, rest in peace, Dr. Seuss.
Mike ran to grab a knife and cut the bag open, and what we saw made me sick. He, of course, cut the top of the bag open, revealing the rotting face of an actual human corpse inside the bag.
There's no way.
We all put our hands over our mouths in
no
disgust, wanting to throw up.
There's no way.
And, of course, there was an audience of kids and parents to see what was going on.
No, literally no way.
Huge scene. Mike called the cops, and their whole front yard literally became a crime scene with people gathering from all over.
So, all right, I'm a mafia. It was a mafia hit, and they were like, "Hey, yo, Jimmy, there's a fucking Hey, yo, stop the fucking car, Tony. I thought it was Jimmy. Shut the fuck up. Look, all the fucking fake dead bodies. Let's put a real one. Yeah, do a service to the community."
Watch, even though the cops kept telling everyone to clear out.
That was it. That's in my head canon.
Was taken away. I told the police that my dog Bear was barking last night at like 4 a.m. and he may have been barking at whoever dumped the body there.
Yeah.
Mike told my dad a week later that the body turned out to be a local 30-something-year-old guy who had taken his own life. As for who dropped the body there or why, that's unclear. Mike and Donna are very likable people.
Yeah, wait, whoa, how the fuck would they... I'm muted. How the fuck would they know... Who the fuck would drop it then? Maybe someone killed themselves in like an apartment, or not apartment, like a dorm or something. I don't know how old the guy was. Like somewhere where other people live, and they were like, "Oh fuck that, I'm not taking the blame for this" or something. I don't know.
We all think it was somebody who just looked at them as some rich, snobby household that overdoes it with the decorations for attention. Obviously, there are some sick people out there.
That's fucked up. That's actually a really fucked up story, though. Ooh, anonymous. This one's gonna be fucked up.
A single 24-year-old female living alone in my grandma's house.
Oh, they got this. Oh, they got the old film
after she passed
filter.
Away because my mom didn't want to sell it, and she also doesn't want to move out of her house.
Okay.
So I get to stay in my grandma's house alone. This was last year, Halloween.
Ooh,
my first one living in the house alone. I considered just leaving a bowl of candies on the stoop, but I figured that was not the best way to associate a friendly face to the house that I was new to living.
One fucking place on my neighborhood would always do that. And me and my friends every year would know that, and we would go there as fast as possible and just take it all. It would never work out, though, because it was always all gone. But I think one time we did get there, and it was like half full, and we were like, fuck that. And we dipped. It said, please take one. I'm like, fuck you. One pound?
The day went pretty normally. Halloween was...
Am I a piece of shit? Yes. You're right. Yes. And that's why I'm fat. See, I'm fucking... I'm paying for it.
Sunday, so the trick-or-treaters started coming early on in the day, and it continued all day. Mm-hmm. Some people asked if my grandma was home, sadly unaware that she had passed away. I explained to those people
and I cried, "Why are you gonna bring that up?
That I live here now." My grandma was a very loved lady, so it was no shock to me how many people asked about her that day. Mostly everyone who knocked on the door was very friendly and normal.
Just give me a...
Later on that night, past 9 o'clock, when the trick-or-treaters had dwindled down almost completely, I heard a voice outside the front door say trick-or-treat. No knocking or ringing the doorbell. I was in the kitchen, so I definitely would have heard any knocking. But it did seem possible that he thought he pressed the doorbell but didn't.
Or he just said trick-or-treat.
I saw it was this average-height guy in a purple suit and creepy plastic mask.
Oh no, it's the Phantom.
I don't really know what the costume was supposed to be, but it was interesting, I guess.
The Hamburglar.
He said trick-or-treat again.
He's not purple.
But the strange thing was I could tell the guy was a bit older.
Grimace.
Like a full-grown adult. He was changing his voice to be a little higher pitched, like
trick or treat!
Trying to sound younger. It was strange. I assumed he may have had some issues, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. It was me. I'm sorry. Anonymous. It was James. I know his name. I was fucking with you. I'm sorry. It was like trick or treat. Everything else that happens from here. Ooh, there's a guy in the window. Was me.
Whatever.
I have a feeling we'll regret saying that.
I asked him what his costume was supposed to be, but he didn't answer. We just made eye contact through his mask.
I didn't know either.
I took 2 pieces of candy and dropped it in his pillow sack he was holding, which looked completely empty. That was the part that weirded me out the most.
Yeah, because he's
He
really
looked
bad
into the
at...
sack, then back at me. I said, "Have a good night," and closed the door.
Thanks.
That was weird.
Yeah,
he was the last trick-or-treater of the night.
Okay.
I wondered if he was accompanied by anybody watching over him, because I
getting a little
assumed he
creeped out,
was
not gonna
special
lie.
needs or something. He was clearly a 30-something-year-old man behind that mask.
Yeah, it was me.
The rest of the candies I just left on
I told you.
the dining room table. Halloween was over.
I need some special.
Or so I thought. The next night, around the same time as the previous night, I heard a loud trick-or-treat at the front door. That same creepy, fake, high-pitched voice.
Hello.
I had to have imagined it.
I want your soul.
When I went to check through the peephole in the door,
why is it flashing?
In the same costume.
Stop.
By the looks of it, he had an equally empty pillow sack as the night before. I didn't open the door. No shot in hell.
Yeah, that's
fucked
later, up.
I heard him shout "trick or treat" again.
Trick or treat.
In fact, I shut off the living room lights to basically say, "Hey, get off my stoop. I'm not answering the door." I went upstairs to my room and shut the door and started watching TV in there instead.
Oh, fuck
out of sight, out of mind. Until I heard a pop at my window. Something was thrown at it, like a rock.
Fuck
I muted
that.
the volume on the TV.
Someone's heart.
A few seconds later, I heard the familiar "trick or treat."
Trick or treat.
Suddenly was
trick or treat! Oh no! Don't show the...
I went to the window, lifted it up, and looked down. That man in the purple suit and mask was looking up at me. I threatened him with calling the police. In response, he very slowly lifted his empty-looking pillow sack up and held it open. It seemed he was some asshole trying to scare me. But Halloween was over, and I wasn't amused. I called 911, and police showed up in under 10 minutes.
I wasn't amused.
The guy was still outside. He refused to talk to them. So they put him in handcuffs and took his mask off. And as I figured, he was some creepy-looking 30-something-year-old guy.
He was a corpse.
They told me they were bringing him down to the station. But apparently they let him out within 48 hours, because 2 nights later, he came back to my house. This time at the backyard door.
Wow.
He never knocked or rang the bell. He'd just stand outside with his empty sack and costume, creepily yelling "trick or treat." I called the police again.
He must have been...
He's back. And once again, the police came and
my guess is that he was...
I swear to God, a week later, the man had...
Alright. My guess is that he was special needs, and the grandma would always give him, like, a lot of candy, like a bunch or something, and indulge him or something. That's my guess. That's my guess, because he brought the grandma up. Not that he went in his house, but it could have just been a house. You know, the grandma part doesn't really matter in this part of the story.
And once again, the police came and arrested him. I swear to God, a week later, the man had returned once again, throwing a rock at my window. This time when I called 911, he seemed to actually disappear before the police had gotten there. But regardless, it seemed the police didn't really care to do anything. Either that or they couldn't. Luckily, I think the man lost interest because he hasn't returned since then. At least as far as I know, unless he's been hiding in my bushes watching me, which is disturbing to imagine.
Oh, fuck that.
Halloween is coming up.
Oh,
I'm kind of nervous he's gonna come back.
Oh, no. I hope that guy's okay. Halloween. Everyone deserves one good scare. Enemies. I'm actually getting creeped out. I like this. That's why whenever I do the sideways thing here, that means
I was planning on going trick-or-treating with my friend Jordan. We already knew the route we were gonna take. It was the first year that we were being allowed to trick-or-treat alone. My mom gave us big bags for candy. It was a weekend night, so we could luckily stay out later. We did some day trick-or-treating, and after about 2 hours, we went back to my house and took a break. My parents ordered Chinese food for dinner.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Jordan stayed for dinner. Then around like 7
They
or 8...
forgot the General Cho's! Oh, no!
My parents ordered Chinese food for dinner.
That'd be scary shit.
Jordan stayed for dinner. Then around like 7 or 8, we went back out for some night trick-or-treating.
Who the fuck is General Cho?
My parents wanted us to stay close. We obviously said yes to that, but we kind of strayed off a different, further away route that we knew less kids would go down. Everything was going as normal. Less houses would open their doors after dark, we noticed. I see your shadow. But there were still some kids out trick-or-treating since it was the weekend. One house we got to, we rang the bell, and within like 10 seconds, as if he were waiting by the door, a man opened up. Looking back,
it's the guy in the Earth story.
Looked like he was 45 and had a small gap between his 2 front teeth that we noticed when he smiled as he opened the door.
Oh no.
He was overly friendly from the start, complimenting our costumes, trying to ask us where we're from, and just being overly conversational.
Wow.
We just wanted candy. He eventually said
I don't want conversation, I want candy.
Come in for a second.
Fucker.
Followed with he wanted to show us this cool Halloween decoration he had inside.
No.
He described it as some talking skeleton trapped in a cage, begging to be let out.
Oh, fuck
Jordan
that.
and I weren't comfortable going inside this man's house, though, obviously. When we said that in not so many words, he said he understood. and asked if we wanted to come in real quick just to pick out the candies that we wanted. We said it's fine, he could just give us whatever. He tried to insist one more time, and we said no. And he said no worries, then went inside to grab us some random candies. They were these chewy candies wrapped in see-through wrappers. We thanked him and left.
What the
As
fuck?
we walked away from his front door, we noticed he didn't close the door. He just watched us as we left.
What the fuck?
We walked away from his house down the sidewalk, and after another glance back, we now noticed he was walking in front of his house slowly with his hands on his hips. We considered running away, but there were other people down the block, so nothing would happen most likely. We just skipped the next house and went to the house 2 doors down. A woman answered, and we told her about the creepy man 2 doors down.
There's no
She
man
said she
living
didn't
there.
know him at all, but that we should tell our parents when we get home.
A pervert.
We ran into these 2 kids going in the direction of the creepy man's house, and we stopped them.
Oh, whoa.
Their reaction said it all.
Pervert.
They already went to his house too, and had the same exact thing happen to them. They looked to be our age as well. We asked what candy he gave them, and it turned out to be the same candies.
Oh.
They already threw theirs away.
Yeah.
So we dug into our bags, found them, and threw them away as well.
Yeah, fuck that.
If anybody would be sus enough to lace candies, it would be a guy like that.
Sus
We
enough.
wondered what exactly that man was trying to do if we were to have actually entered his house. Like, was he actually just innocently trying to show us something, or did he have other intentions?
It was the,
Our question was answered the next day.
It was the antidote for COVID. He saw the future. He knew. That guy was a hero. No, he was a pervert.
Because that man ended up on the news for attempting to lure kids into his house, claiming he had a new puppy.
What? He had a new puppy and then going.
It seemed his...
These are jokes. I am joking. But really, a fucking puppy. You didn't want to see it?
Story changed for different kids, possibly based on their ages. Thank God it sounded like everyone was smart enough to not enter the man's house.
Yeah. Bald ass fuck. Creepy ass motherfucker. I'm gonna come over there. I'll come in. Come on with a knife. I'm gonna end it quick. No, I won't. No, that's okay. Oh, gun, by the way. Oh, Dash Cham. I'm a fucking asshole. Anyway, all right, that was pretty good. No, those stories were good. That's scary. I'm scared. I'm frightened. I'm fucking frightened. I'm scared. Dorm horror stories. That sounds good too. I'm getting creeped out. I need to watch more of the animated ones. The animated ones are really good. Was that Mr. Nightmare that did that? That was somebody else, I think. Those are really solid. I should watch those. But anyway, that was really good. Hopefully, Mr. Nightmare doesn't hate that people do reactions. I'm assuming it's okay for reactions. So if it's not, I guess I just won't do Mr. Nightmare anymore. Did I watch one Mr. Nightmare video? And I don't remember seeing that in the beginning. So I'm assuming just people on YouTube use his videos for shorts. That's my guess. Like, they just cut one part out, one small part that was disturbing, or maybe even just re-upload the video or something. So I probably won't risk it though. Anyway, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you. Till next time. Bye.